Hey, what's going on, Trap Watchers? Today is July the 24th, 2021. This is our Lookout live stream sessions to where we come in and collaborate and try to pay attention to him. That is the trap. That is the one who is trying to get us in some very peculiar situations so that we can lose and he can increase his bag. Well, when we can come together as a community and put our thoughts together and see where these prices are going to go, we can actually get in position and win against him. Right? He's our opponent, and he is the one that we are always on the lookout for whenever we look at these price charts. So for today, we have about 4 charts that we're going to look at to make sure that we are in position to win. And if today's the first time ever seen one of our Lookout live stream sessions, hit that like button, share the video, and also subscribe here to the channel. I want to plug you all in on these perks, first of all, okay? Because the Lookout live stream sessions is only for our artisan members. Those who are more interested in some other stocks, cryptocurrencies, or even gold commodities, we can take a look at those things, but we just don't have enough opportunity to display those videos on our channel. So we wanted to have an opportunity that we can have everyone to see some other charts that they may be interested in. So if you guys want to hit that up, you'll have to get that artisan perk. It's called the Lookout. It's right down here at the bottom. It's only $4.99 a month to where we can collaborate on some chart reviews, look at some other things that might be more important than what we usually do on our channel. Now, if you just want to support us, you guys can do that as well with an apprentice perk. You guys can see you have access to loyalty badges as well as custom emojis that we've created so that you can all learn on how to call the markets without being confused, right? Without deploying any of your real resources, you can learn how to do this for yourself. All you have to do is use these custom emojis right here. If you think the market is strong, then use that custom emoji. If you think the market is weak, use that custom emoji as well. Okay. So not going to waste too much time. Just going to dive right on into these charts that our artisan members want us to take a look at real quick. And now here's the first one, right? The first one that we're going to look at is FuelCell. Now, everyone can tell what has been the overall market direction in FuelCell. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, a neurologist to tell you that the price in FuelCell has been going down, and it's been going down ever since February. So for the last 6 months, give or take, the price in FuelCell has been on a downtrend. So we're not the ones to come through and try to buck the system. We're not going to try to buck the trend. We're going to simply follow what the trap has in store for us, right? So you guys can tell we're in a downtrend. We did a price prediction in FuelCell too. This is on our second YouTube channel to where we only strictly do price predictions for the stock market. You guys can see we did a price prediction right there on July the 2nd, maybe July the 3rd. And we told everyone on that particular video, expect the weakness to continue in FuelCell. Excellent call, right? Because you guys can tell since then, the price in FuelCell has been on a downtrend. So let me go ahead and take that away. If you guys were to get out on Friday, which was the last trading day of the week, you would be up around 24%. Excellent call. Excellent. Fantastic. So let me go ahead and get rid of that. All right. So I see there's about 17 people right now looking at this live stream. Go ahead. If you haven't tapped that thumbs up button, make sure you all do that. If you guys appreciate the content that we are creating, make sure you guys go ahead and do that. All right. So check this out. Okay. We got rid of that. Now on that particular video, when we did in FuelCell, I told everyone that we need to pay attention to what the price does around here, around $6.45, $6.50, right? This is crucial. So as we expect price movement in FuelCell to come and hold the support, we really need to see that to continue. And as of right now, that's pretty close for us to make that determination. So we need to change this over into a longer, further out time frame. Okay. So this is the 3-day. Okay. Every price bar we see is 3 days worth of price action. And you guys can tell generally that the market price in FuelCell is still giving us some weakness, right? it is still giving us some weakness right here in FuelCell. Hey, what's going on, Jerry? How you doing? So now, downtrend is in play. The market in FuelCell is still giving us weakness right here on the 3-day time frame. So what do you all expect? I mean, are you all expecting the price in FuelCell to continue to drop? Just by looking at the downtrend that we're currently seeing in FuelCell? Are you expecting the price to bounce off of this $6.45 price and go higher? What are your thoughts? Let's take a look at FuelCell on the 5-day time frame. I agree. All B states that the price in FuelCell looks weak. And that is definitely what is being revealed on these price charts. The market price in FuelCell is giving us a lot of weakness. Something that we need to be cautious of, something that we need to be aware of, because we don't want to be caught holding the bag. We need to be careful of these things because so many people out there do not have your interest at heart. They will still tell you to come through and buy up these losing stocks. As price continues to go lower and lower, they still want you to come in and buy these stocks up. That is ridiculous. This market currently is giving us a lot of weakness in FuelCell. So what do you expect us to predict then? Looking at the market from a 2-week perspective, I mean, even take a look at that. The last completed 2-weekly price bar in FuelCell, we are still seeing weakness here in the market. This is all giving us indication that we need to pay attention to, that FuelCell currently is not hinting that the market wants to go higher. Not from a 2-weekly time perspective. We're not seeing that neither. 5-weekly time frame. Take a look at the 5-week time frame. We got 6 days and $3 left. So we got to have a little cushion to expect that this price bar is not going to look the same. But taking a snapshot today, automatically we need to be prepared for this price to decrease in FuelCell. It is what it is. You can't do anything about it, and I can't do anything about it. The only thing that we can do together is to make sure that we either get out the way of this price going lower, or we wait and come into the market once we hit support. Right? So now, currently, I am expecting the price in FuelCell to continue to give us some weakness, albeit we really need to pay attention to the support area. Okay. I cannot emphasize this enough, because as we go throughout the upcoming trading week, the price in FuelCell can still hold support here and try to come back up to higher prices. Okay. Maybe around $8.25, $8.40, give or take. But this long-term trend is emphatically nothing but weakness. Okay. Let's take a look at the market in FuelCell on a monthly time frame. And even here on the monthly time frame, charts don't lie. Price charts do not lie. It is what it is. What we see is what we get. And when you see this type of weakness on multiple time frames, we got to play the market that way. And we're still currently seeing weakness here in this space. Okay. So our forecast for FuelCell, just like our comments in the chat section has said or has written, the price is weak. So we need to continue to follow that. All right, so let me take this back over to the daily time frame in FuelCell. Okay. Now we need to determine how low can this price go. So I'm going to switch it back over to like the 5-day time frame, and let's see where can we see the market prop up this price. And the next area would be around $5.25, give or take. We can see the price in FuelCell come to that particular location. Okay. Now take a look at this though. The market in FuelCell saw some selling on this last completed 5-day price bar. But if you notice, we didn't completely close lower than where we started on this 5-day price bar. So there's a little bit more buying coming to the market in FuelCell. So as we start next week, yeah, we can see this price go higher, which is why I wanted to show you restriction needs to be around $8 for FuelCell. Okay. So this price prediction will still be on the table of it going lower, so long as this price in FuelCell maintains itself below $8. If it goes above $8, then we need to come back in, reevaluate the market, because obviously the trap wanted to hold support at $6.45, and now the price movement is going to go back up to the upside. Okay, But from what we're seeing on the different time frames, we are definitely noticing that the market in FuelCell is still weaker than it is giving us strength. Okay, so now check this out. Let's go on to the next one. That is FuelCell. Let me make sure I bring this back over to the daily, because I want everyone in our community to see what we're expecting the price to do. Like I told you initially, be prepared for the market to go a little bit higher, but so long as price doesn't break above $8 on strength, we're good. Okay. So now, if you guys haven't tapped that like button, make sure you guys do it. We got 20 people right now, 10 people hitting the like button. We definitely appreciate all the support that everyone has been giving us on this particular channel. Even on our second channel, we want to say thank you for you all joining our community and watching us throughout this Lookout live stream. All right, so let's take a look at the second chart that we need to be on the lookout for against the trap. All right. So the second one that we're going to look at is going to be the ticker symbol is TAL. Okay, TAL Education Group. This is the second one. Now, pretty much just like in FuelCell, I mean, take a look at this particular market in TAL Education. Man. Now, let me take this opportunity to show you all something in regards to those who want you to hold for the long term, right? Specifically, the people who tell you to hold these stocks for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever the case may be. Look at what happened to the stock, right? So it is all important about how you enter the market if you're going to hold these stocks for the long term, right? So take a look. So from 2016, the market in TAL Education Group was trading around $7. Excellent, right? Now, if you're just going to hold this particular stock in the market for 5 years, that will take us to January 2021. Look how much fantastic gains that has been. If you were to get out beginning of the year of 2021, you would have saw a monumental increase in price. That's great. Good call, right? That is one instance to where holding a stock for the 5 year, 10-year time frame would have panned out. But that's only for 5 years. What if you wanted to hold these stocks for 10 years? That would give us until from January 2016 to January 2026, right? That's 10 years. And just take a look at what happened in 1 year of price action in TAL Education Group. It went from $90 per share all the way back down to $6. Well, that goes out the window. Holding stocks for 10 years. Look at what happened in one. This is why it's so important that you come into the markets with a entry position as well as an exit. Do not become greedy, because for those people who expect your value to increase in the long term cannot explain this. Then look at TAL Education Group. This market has now completely came all the way back down to prices that we haven't seen until 2015. So 6 years of this market trading has now been erased in 1 year. Just think about that. So now, again, there's no denying it that this particular market in TAL Education Group is in a downtrend. So obviously, when you see something decrease in value this quickly, yeah, you don't need to even be in this market right now. This market is completely being washed of all the institutions, of all the hedge funds that was holding this particular product. They're letting it go, right? And I agree with all B's. I wouldn't touch this right now neither. This market has to get a little bit more time into understanding what it wants to do, right? So check this out. Let me take this back over to the longer time frame, because I want everyone to see this about how this market in TAL Group has been trading. Look at that. Ever since February 2021, this price has been going lower and lower. And look how we ended so far on this 3-weekly price bar right here. This market is emphatically weak. to where we can still expect us to go lower in price. Look at that. On this current 3 weekly price bar, we're closing on the low of the bar. So we cannot be dependent. We haven't been in this area. We got to go all the way back here to 2015 just to get an understanding as to what the price in TAL Education Group can do, to where we can find support, right? So now, market traded around $6. The market on that 3 weekly price bar is still giving us some weakness. So that kind of tells us that we can still see the price go lower, right? $5, $4.50. That would be the next area that we can see TAL Education Group come towards, because that's pretty much where that firm area of support is. So let me show you on the monthly time frame. This area right here, $4.40, and then up here, $5. Those are the two areas that I'm seeing the price in TAL Education Group going towards, right there. And then from that point, if we still do not get any strength into the market, we can see the price come all the way down to $3. Yeah, $3. You might not want to hear that, but it is what it is. So we're going to continue to play this weakness into the market in TAL Education Group. Either that, or you just don't participate until we find the buyers come back into the market in TAL Education Group. Because right now, there's no buyers. None. This price is too weak. So those would be the two choices that we'll be looking forward to in TAL Education Group. Either sit the sideline, don't come in and play, or play the weakness until we hit that $4 or $5 price level, right? So let me do this real quick. So that's probably about another 18% movement to the downside that we can see in TAL Education Group. Okay, so look at that. We got a big gap coming into the market in TAL Education Group from July 22nd to the 23rd, right? That can be filled. So for us to try to grab 18.4% out the market just for TAL Education Group to get to $5 versus us increasing the risk of hitting back up here towards 18 is not even worth it. So this is one particular market that we don't need to come in and participate right now. This is not playable. This is something that we should not be entering in and expecting us to come in and make some profitability off of. I mean, take a look. The market in TAL Education Group was down 70% in one day. Yeah, don't grab that. No need to touch that right there. So we're not going to put a price prediction into the market in TAL Education Group. There's nothing here for us. We need to allow the market to wash itself out, shake itself off, tell us pretty much what's the next move, because right now there's nothing here except for weakness. That's it. Okay. All right, so now let's take a look at the third one. The third one is a stock as well, and it is Palantir. Okay, this is Palantir. One of our artisan members wanted us to check out Palantir, and you guys can see. Take a look. We did a price prediction into the market in Palantir as well. See, I really want everyone to understand that it doesn't have to be complicated. You know, when you come in and play into the market, it doesn't have to be complicated. We can all predict where prices are going to go, right? We can all win in this space together once we eradicate and get rid of all of this confusion. The market does not have to be confusing. You really need to be careful of where you get your information from, because everyone has a motive. Everyone has a particular persuasion that they're trying to get you all to do and act. You don't get that when you just look at price bars and volume. You get to take all of that away, which is very powerful, because you're no longer being swayed by someone else's opinion. The price chart is what it is, and you can't do anything about it, and neither can I. That's why we wanted to create this community of people who strictly want to focus in on where price is going to go and take all of the other noise out. Because everyone else, literally, especially on YouTube, is just trying to get you to click and watch their views and try to hype you up on these plays. When in the end, they shouldn't be telling you all that, because you can tell from the chart that the market is weak. And that's what we're more focused in on, is to show everyone in our team and our community that, hey, yeah, be careful. There's people out there that simply tell you to buy every dip. They're telling you that these stocks are always a buy, that the price will never go down, and that is not the case. You guys can see it right here in Palantir. Last time we did our video on Palantir was on July the 2nd, July the 3rd. We told everyone on that particular video. Again, you can check it out on our second YouTube channel, and you can see precisely what we said. We played the weakness into the market in Palantir, and that's where the market actually went. It went down. And it came right here to our support area. Like, we told everyone that, yeah, we can see the market come in Palantir and prop up the price right there. All right? You can see it. So 14.33% right there. No problem, no issues. That is done. Now that's over. We need to see where the price is going to go now, right? We still need to see it. So let me take that away. Okay. So now, I want to say appreciate Prince AJ for the super chat. So take a look at Palantir. All right. Look. The market already in Palantir has came and sustained the price right there around, what is that, around $21, give or take. We've seen the market right there hold that. So again, we need to pay attention to see if we're going to continue to hold this price, because if so, that's prime real estate. This is the cheapest that we can see the price in Palantir go, under the premise that the market price is going to go higher. This is where we want to be. So let's take a look at a different time frame though first. This is Palantir on the 3-day, right? Do you see any strength? Do you see any weakness? What are you seeing occur over the last three 3-day price bars, right? Thank you, Angel. Appreciate the comment. Yeah, this is what Angel says. Thanks for the tips. I've learned a lot about how to analyze trends. That's what it's all about, Angel. That's all. It's what it's all about. There's no hype. There's no FUD when you look at prices. It is just about interpreting what it means so that you can get in a position and dominate and win. Check this out. So in Palantir, short term, we are seeing that the market wants to prop up the price right there around $20, $21, give or take, right there. Okay. We need to see that cross over into other time frames as well. This is the 5-day. What's going on, Raul? Okay, if you want to get more views, put some tags in the description. You will get more views. Appreciate that. Thanks for the tip. Will do. So check that out. 5-day time frame. All right. We still saw how the market wanted to prop up price. That's the first crossover. Can we see that again on a weekly time frame? This is the second crossover. Yes, we found that people felt Palantir was cheaper, or it was a buy around $21. Cool. What about on the monthly? Not so much on the monthly time frame. We still need to be on guard in Palantir's price from a monthly perspective. This market is still harnessing that we may break below $21 and come all the way back down to 17. Do you see that? Take a look at this as well. This is the trend in Palantir. This is the 3 weekly price bar trend for Palantir. Take a look. The price continues to show us that we want to come in and bounce off that line. So again, this is prime real estate right in this vicinity. I want to circle it right there in Palantir. So can the market price come back down to 20? You sure can. Can it come down to $19.50? And sure it can. This is the 5-hour time frame. So yeah, the market in Palantir is still weak, but it's not extremely weak. It's not like we're looking for the market to do a plummet or a crash. We're not seeing that on the price bars. This market, for the most part, is just consolidating and maintaining price above $21.50 or $20. That's positive. This is the 13-hour time frame. So in Palantir, if you wanted to wait to see if we get more strength around $21, that's cool, right? There's only 4.36% into the market in Palantir, but so far, playing this on a daily basis, yeah, we can see the market actually go higher, but not extremely high, right? So let me show you. If we're going to hold price around $20, right, that's 4%. The closest restriction area into the market in Palantir is right there around $23.50. That's about 7.85% market movement to the upside, right? Right there. Now, it's not much. I mean, it's not big. It's not extreme. If you're trying to be in this market in Palantir for the long term, this is no hurry then to see the market in Palantir only go up 7.85%. Our focus to be in the long term is right here on this overall trend that I've just created right there. Okay. That is our focus. So what I'm going to do, because I want everyone to realize that you don't have to be emotional. You have to be quick to think that you might miss out on a move, because everything is an opportunity. And from what I'm seeing in Palantir right now is it's no rush. This market is not in a massive upward trend, or it's not even bullish right now. So it kind of tells us that we can wait, that we can actually sit back, like kind of put on your watch list. Just watch it and just see what occurs over the next week or so, because that weakness is still in play in Palantir right now. And if you wanted to play this on a daily basis, on a day-to-day time frame, day trader, or scout the market, yeah, you'll see a little bout to where the market is going to go higher. Like I said, that's 7.85% profitability. But from our perspective, Palantir just needs to be watched right now as well. Okay. So out of the 3 that we've done so far, we needed to wait on TAL Education Group. That's one that we waited for. And now Palantir, we don't need to act giddy on this particular stock right now, because it's not giving us that indication that it's ready to shoot up like a rocket right now. So we're just going to sit the sideline, let the trap continue to work, let him do his business, because every day that he comes into the market and creates these markets, he gives us more information. So we don't need to rush it. So we're not going to put a price prediction in the market in Palantir right now, but we're going to pay attention though to what occurs on this overall trend in Palantir. So our focus is going to be whether or not he's going to give us more strength around $20. And if he does, we need to jump into the market right there. Okay. All right, so that's Palantir. We got one more, and then I'm going to let everyone get their time back. We're going to look at AMP. Okay, AMP is a cryptocurrency. It's not readily available on all cryptocurrency exchanges, but Palantir is the one that probably has the most information. It's been trading on that exchange since like 2020, right? So this is it. We haven't done not one price prediction in AMP right now. This is our first time doing it. So let's take a look at the market here. First things first. He always gives us information that we can utilize. There's no need for us to be confused. There's no need for us to not understand where he's trying to take these prices, because you can even see right here in AMP that the market maintained the trend. We are still, according to this price chart, in an upward trend in AMP, right? This was the prime opportunity to come in and buy this currency on Palantir or Palantir. Right there. Right there when the market came and touched that line, which was around like 3.5 cents, 4 cents. Did you get it? Did anyone buy it at that price? So now we got that. We appreciate him giving us that information. So our concern now is, okay, where would be the next price level that we can see this market find restriction? Right? There's two areas that I'm seeing. The first one, the one that's further out, is right there around 6 cents, 6.5 cents. The closest one to where price is around 5.5. We got to be prepared for the price to go lower in AMP at those price levels. Right? We got to be prepared to act and not hope. There's a lot of people out there hoping that these markets continue to 10x and 100x your money. We got to be real when we come in these markets. This is not a game. So check this out. Let's look at AMP on a 3-day time frame, because we really want to see if the strength is still into the market in AMP. And take a look at this 3-day price bar right here. Remember, these charts don't lie. And you guys can see it. This last completed 3-day price bar is massive in terms of spread. This one 3-day price bar literally encompassed the last 3 completed 3-day price bars in one. That's huge. It tells us that the market in AMP wants to go higher in price. Cool. So much so that you guys can remember I told you what the first area of restriction is around 5.5 cents. Yeah. To the point to where that's not even going to hold weight. The market's going to shoot past that based off what we have right here on this last completed 3-day price bar. This is the 5-day time frame. So this is the playground. This is where the trap is going to try to work his business. Right there. Check out AMP on the weekly. So far, so good. Even on the weekly time frame in AMP, the market continues to show us that it wants to go higher in price. Boom. What about on the 2-day? I like the 2-day time frame here too. So it's relatively easy and simple, right, to understand what the trap is trying to garner out of the market, where he's trying to move, where he's trying to get to, because we need to get there before him so that we can win. We need to beat him. So check this out. We're going to continue to play the strength into the market in AMP. Okay, we're going to do that. And our first area of TP, which simply means the first point where we need to grab in and take the loot from him, is around 5.5 cents. That's the first area. So that's still about 7% profitability in the market in AMP right there if we were to take some of that off the table. Now I'm going to bring it up there towards 6.5, which is around 19-20%. Okay, those are the two areas that we need to be on guard about, that we need to be on the lookout for, because he's going to move the price once he gets to those particular levels. Okay, so that's pretty much it. The market in AMP looks pretty good. This is the monthly time frame, which is giving us a probable precursor of strength. You guys can see a little bit better visually that the market is still obeying and following this upward line. That's even better. That's good. Okay. See, that's it. Nothing hard, nothing complicated. It's pretty much how you're able to see price, see the trend, see where the market is anticipated to go, all without being confused. We went over 4 particular charts in less than 30 minutes. Once you become more proficient at this, you could do this in 2 minutes or less. Just to come in, look how the market looks. Do you see any discounts? Do you see any sales? And you say, cool, I do. Let me go ahead and bounce in on this. Let me go ahead and make a couple of bucks. Right? You could do this on a long term as well too. It all depends on your preference. Once you understand the proficiency and understand the language of this space, you don't have to be, nervous, fearful, greedy. You know where the market is anticipated to go. You already got your plan in place and you just execute it. All right, so that's it. Again, if you guys want to participate in our Lookout live stream sessions, if you guys want us to go over some particular charts, it's $4.99 a month on the Artisan perk. Or if you just want us to take a look at a chart, you could do a super chat for $4.99. We could go ahead and take a look at those as well too for you, just so that we can collaborate on some other instances or charts that we really don't pay attention to on a day-to-day basis. But that's it. Hopefully you all have learned so much from our content, because you want to be able to read the charts for yourself and not be dependent on all these other YouTube channels or even the mainstream media. Okay, so now that's it. I'm gonna give you a time back. Definitely want to say thank you all for your time, because I do value your time just like I do mine. I also want to make sure you guys have a wonderful weekend. Make sure you maintain a profitability, and I'll see you all on the next one. Be on the lookout.